Happy International Podcast Day, everyone. It's pretty meta, isn't it? Celebrating by taking a deep dive into podcasting itself, but hey, you're here, which means you're probably just as fascinated by this whole audio phenomenon as I am. So today, we're putting on our explorer hats and rewinding the clock a bit because, believe it or not, those addictive podcasts filling our earbuds, well, they weren't always a thing. It wasn't some overnight boom. There's a whole backstory here, like how tech kind of came together almost by accident and paved the way.
Exactly. Think about it. It's the early 2000s. We've got those. Remember those? The clunky iPods? Huge, right? Suddenly everyone's walking around with portable audio. Mm-hmm. But here's where it gets interesting. Around the same time, you've got this other technology, RSS feeds. And those were originally designed for sharing, like, blog updates. But then, somebody somewhere had this brilliant idea. What if we use this to deliver audio directly to listeners? And boom, the seeds of podcasting were sown.
That makes a lot of sense. But I have to admit, when I pictured those early podcasts, I kind of imagined, I don't know, someone literally reading their blog posts out loud.
The audible blog myth. It's a classic. And yeah, sure, some early podcasts did start that way, but honestly, it was much more diverse even back then.
Yeah.
And way more experimental than people realize. We're talking full-blown audio dramas, independent news shows, niche communities, people connecting over, like, I don't know, their love of vintage typewriters, all finding their voice in this new medium. Did you know that one of the very first podcasts, The Dawn and Drew Show, was basically just two friends chatting about their lives? Way back in 2003. It really is amazing to see how far we've come from those early days.
It is. From vintage typewriter enthusiasts to, well, it feels like today podcasting has just exploded.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone I know, my dentist, my dog walker,
Right.
Everybody's got one.
It's true. We've gone from those early pioneers to a landscape with, get this, over 2.4 million podcasts and over 600 million listeners globally.
That's a lot of podcasts.
And it's not just the sheer number, it's the amazing diversity, right? Yeah. I mean, you dove deep into true crime for this episode.
Right.
Which, by the way, is still incredibly popular.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the fastest growing categories right now is actually about sustainable gardening. Podcasts like The Sprout Show are gaining a huge following.
Wow. I love that. Okay, so you and I, we're in the middle of this incredible boom, right?
Yeah.
Podcasting is everywhere. But where do we go from here? What does the future hold? Any chance my dog walkers podcast will feature, like, interactive dog training tips?
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
And honestly, kind of speaks to the exciting possibilities ahead, doesn't it? I mean, imagine a future where your favorite podcast isn't just something you listen to, it's a whole experience, It's tailored just for you. Like, AI could be used to craft custom feeds based on your interests, or even adjust a storyline based on your feedback in real time.
Oh, wow.
We could start seeing immersive audio experiences that transport you to different worlds, or even podcasts that blend seamlessly with other media, incorporating, like, visuals or interactive elements.
That's kind of mind-blowing. It's like the possibilities are endless.
And that's the beauty of podcasting, isn't it? It's this constantly evolving medium, and it truly reflects our changing world. In an age where we're constantly bombarded with information, podcasts really offer these curated experiences. They allow us to connect with voices we trust and to delve a little deeper into subjects we care about.
It's like finding those hidden gems in a whole sea of information.
Exactly.
So on that note, on this International Podcast Day, here's something I want you to think about. What role will podcasts play in your future? What stories are you most eager to hear? Keep exploring, keep listening, because this world of podcasting, it's only getting bigger and more exciting from here.